Sicilian defense, open, accelerated dragon, Maroczy bind formation, 5, nf66.nc3d67.b2nxd48.qxd4bg79.b30010.qd2b6. Balanced, neither player ever had an advantage. That game was pretty competitive. Both players had an amazing opening. That was an incredible middle game by both players. Sharp games are frequently the result of starting with the king's pawn, since it dominates the center and frees up the bishop and queen on the light squares. The c-pawn in the Sicilian defense controls the d4 square. Nf3 moves the knight toward the center in anticipation of a pawn push on d4, where it will be ready to retake the piece if black captures on d4. c6 aids in maintaining control over the d4 and e5 squares. d4 offers to trade a center pawn for the c5 pawn in exchange for more control of the center and quick development. Cx d4 gives black 2 central pawns versus 1 central pawn for white. Nx d4 recaptures the pawn and activates the knight in return for having 1 central pawn versus black's 2 central pawns. g6 prepares to fianchetto the dark squared bishop on g7, where it will sit on the long diagonal. c4 obtains room on the queen side and center and gets ready to advance the knight to c3. nf6 develops the knight toward the center, attacks the e4 pawn and controls the d5 square. c3 controls the d5 square, advances the knight toward the center, and protects the e4 pawn. d6 allows the light squared bishop to develop and controls the e5 and c5 squares. b2 develops the bishop and prepares castling. Nx d4 captures the knight on d4 and attacks the bishop on e2. Qx d4 recaptures the knight and places the queen on a powerful central square. Fianchetto move bg7 places the bishop on the long diagonal. b3 develops the bishop toward the center, supports the queen on d4 and allows queenside castling. Castling gets the king out of the center and activates the rook. qd2 retreats the queen, avoiding any discovered attacks from black's dark squared bishop on g7. b6 develops the bishop toward the center and attacks the c4 pawn. This develops a rook off its starting square, getting it into the action. The rooks can see each other now, allowing them to provide mutual defense. This protects the attacked pawn. This reveals an attack on a queen. This is an equal trade. This is the only move that works. Backs off. Game's master. It is the final book action. By moving a rook from its starting square, this activates it. That's good. This strikes at the center with a pawn, fighting for space. It is excellent. It is a fair deal after all captures. It is ideal. This ignores a better way to recapture a piece. It is an inaccuracy. That's an unfortunate error. It is a mistake. This misses a chance to advance a rook from its starting square. It is incorrect. There was just one smart move to be made. It is incorrect. This keeps the material balance in check with good commerce. That's good. Backs off. It is ideal. What I would have advised is that. It is ideal. While not a mistake, that is also not the wisest course of action. That's good. This is an equal trade. It is best. It is a fair deal after all captures. It is ideal. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. It is best. Recaptures. It is ideal. This mobilizes the knight, allowing it to control more of the board. It is best. This defends a piece that is being attacked but is not well defended. It is quite good. This takes an open file, a common method for activating a rook. It is best. This competes for the open file with the opposing rook. It is quite good. That's a decent move. That's good. This defends the pawn that was attacked. It is quite good. Now that the rook is on an open file, it is easier to control squares all over the board. It is ideal. This challenges the opposing rook for control of the open file. It is excellent. Balanced, neither player ever had an advantage. That game was pretty competitive. Both players had an amazing opening. That was an incredible middle game by both players. A very strong play. It is excellent. Balanced, neither player ever had an advantage. That game was pretty competitive. Both players had an amazing opening. That was an incredible middle game by both players.